E se ti sale prima delle 3:30? E se ti sale prima delle 3:30?
Non fai niente. Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to another session of Bookmap. Today we're here at the Academy with Mama Bear and also with young trader Michaela. First of all, read the disclaimer. The session that we do on Wednesday are for educational purpose only, and this is not to be treated like investment advice. Sorry also for my voice, I'm still sick. I will try to still explain, go over the patterns, go over the order flow, but I'm not 100%. So I'm sorry if you will hear me cough from time to time. So good morning, everybody. First of all, earnings. Okay, over here I put this morning over here the as you trade when we look at stocks that are gapping up. So this morning we have Nvidia. We had also some gap downs on earnings. So Google and also AMD. We're gonna review those. We have some small caps. So the first one that I was interested this morning was KTTA. It's a stock that has over here news, okay, positive announcement, positive safety review, recommendation for ongoing phase 1. All right. And over here we're talking about advanced cancer. So first of all, read the news. Okay, so first of all, look at the scanner over here. This is the first thing that I look at. Then I read over here the news, and then I go over here into the data. We have a very small market cap, so around 4 million market cap. We have 985K float. This could be, this is an average, okay? So sometimes maybe it could be 1 million, 1 million 2, or like 800K. But the point over here is that we have a small float, okay? We're talking about a nano float. What this means that with the high volume, with the correct scenario, this can extend a lot. We have a low institutional ownership. And then I'm looking over here, the history of the company, okay? So this is a important, I would say, piece of the puzzle. And we can see that we have over here 3 gappers, okay? These 3 gappers were, as you can see, above 30% in the last 3 years, and 3 times we faded on day 1. I'm sorry. So I went to review each chart of these 3 gappers over here. So simply clicking on these, the volume that was traded, how much we extended, what was the pattern. And we have that the average spike at the gate was 8%, so not that much. In this case, what I'll be looking this morning is what I call a gap and crap. So KTTA is going to be one of the plays that we're going to focus on today, right? So we're going to look for a gap and crap. A lot of my team this morning shorted this in the early phase. I've been alerting this at 440s. We have over here, this I believe was Carlito. Yeah, so, oh sorry, no, this is CPIX. This is KTTA. So over here we had one of the guys that shorted. So you can see that we got in on that stuff. Over here we have another traded, shorted over here, stopped out, and then I believe he reshorted and reshorted over here. So another play short. And a lot of these stocks, they are good for the first part of the move, right? So maybe over here you can take a long play But then when they extend, when they find a top, we have a lot of like sellers joining in. This was our morning alert. So you can see that at 7 o'clock, I said, guys, KTTA history of fader. So 7 o'clock is exactly at this point. This is 7 o'clock bar. I said history of fader. And then I said doing the short or going short at 44.30, risk over here 450, 455. So the alert that we call was over here 430 on this bar, and then we got this into the J lines, and then we're looking this for now 250. The goal for me will be to recycle. So a lot of our team this morning will look to recycle this. This is again another trader who took KTTA, so pretty good one. So we'll be looking for ideally this level over here 360 or this level into the 4. Okay, I personally don't believe we're going to have a push till 4, but be always ready. If we have a push over here again to 360 and we have a major fake out rejection, we're going to look to take this short. All right, so start watching, guys, for this level over here, pretty juicy, 360, and then the cover down here. All right, team, any question on KTTA? Yeah, it's been a nice, nice juicy fader. All right. Then we have SFAG. This was the biggest gapper of the morning. So I couldn't find any news. The float was pretty small, around 5-6 million. We have traded this from the 170 all the way down. You can see also no history of gapper. We don't have over here the short float, the institutional. We went simply on a short over here on the pattern of fake out into the 170. So we were pretty early, pretty quick to take the borrows and then all the way down. ACB is a stock that instead is still holding. A few things to say about ACB. So first of all, we have earnings this morning, right? So this is a stock that is not up on news, is up on earnings. We have the company over here is Aurora Cannabis jumps as medical cannabis drives Q3 beat. Okay, we have 55 million float, short float about 10%. Again, this is not going to be always precise, no matter which tool you use. We use JTrader, is the app that we built together with my partner. We have 31% institutional, and this is actually correct towards and versus other feeds. We're very attentive of this, and we don't have any previous history over here. Okay, so no faders, no runners. I look always at the daily chart. Okay, I want to see how this performed in the past, if we're like going down, if we have like some kind of big resistance levels that I'm interested into. And this morning, my priority was this 480. So you can see this 480 resistance here. Okay, I like this level 480, 45. And then this level over here, 510. So 480, 510 are two technical resistances. We didn't trade a lot of volume at those levels. We had traded more volume down here. And looking over here at the play, so we're going to put ACB. There we go. You can see that this morning came up over here, grinded with very low volume. The volume is up here. You can see it was minimum volume. Not a lot over here, 10K, 15K per minute. So very, very low volume. But around 8:30, high volume came in, bars of 300K. And we had over here a long play. This is a long play into the VWAP, perfect cup pattern. Fake out over here. So this is another short pattern if you want. But we were gonna wait, personally I'm gonna wait over here for the gate. So I'm looking for a dip into this level here. So I'm looking more for a dip over here into the 450. I wanna see a crack over here of this support. If we can reclaim this with stamina with a really high volume, I'm looking for a fast buy over here, and I'm looking for this target into the 485, 490. All right, so I want to see over here first a bear trap, so trap with liquidity, reclaim with volume, and then taking the pattern long. The other play is instead once we're gonna extend over here into this area, okay, only if we have like, you know, a liquidity trap like we had this morning. So maybe this pattern over here that I see often, so fail and then rejection, then I can take the backside of the move. Now these plays that I'm telling you, traders, are basically back tested for the kind of stock that we have, for the stats. And looking at these charts like for years over and over and over, I've been observing that the market tends to do these plays, okay, at the gate. So ACB, we're gonna put this morning ACB over here, KTTA, and then we have also CPIX, which we're still short from the 455, 460. But for now, the only interesting level would be 420. Let's pass into the futures. So we have NQ and NQ over here, we are an uptrend line. So if we can hold over here 21,500, then ideally I'm looking for this target 570, which is the pre-market high and higher. If we have this trend line break, then I'm looking for a short fail all the way down. AMD earnings. You can see here after hours earnings came out all the way down. We had a nice rejection over here from the J lines, and this is what I like. So this morning we had an A+ setup over here to short. This was a 109. I didn't take it, didn't trade over here this morning. These we had several over here patterns to trade. You can see how perfect these rejection were. Now it's testing the 107, so we're getting into this previous day low over here. So what we're looking to do, traders, so if we have a pop this morning to this area, Z-lines or VWAP, and it fails, I'm looking for a pop and fail short. Okay, so I'm looking for a breakdown of this 107, selling pressure all the way down. I want to see this failing and being a major unwind. But if instead we dip and start making higher lows, I'm gonna reverse my bias and I'm gonna go long with the market. Okay, so I suppose that if we have this pattern over here on AMD, on a Google and others, then NQ will also like start like pushing, and also yes, will start pushing. Okay, so below the pre-market low and more like short bias, holding up pre-market low, consolidation, and above I'm gonna be long bias. I'm sorry. Okay, Paul, are you with me with AMD? Shane? Okay, so good morning, Charles. Yeah, so guys, really two levels to keep over here under check. The main levels is this 107, because we have this liquidity. So I would really focus on this level. I would focus over here on the VWAP and J lines. Why I say that? Because this morning we rejected over here the VWAP, J lines, J lines, J lines, J lines. So we have market always repeat history, okay? And this is a good possible play for me. Anybody on Google? I know it's a little bit more expensive. We're looking about $200. So more than Google Alphabet over here, I will be looking at Nvidia, but if you want, we can review Google as well. Okay, so this is Nvidia, and what I can do here is also put previous day high and previous day low. Okay, so in this case, I'm sorry. In this case, you can see that I have, again, the previous day high. This is setting up like a major cup pattern. 2 plays, pop. Okay, so previous day high, breakout, consolidation, I'm long. Okay, so I want to see a pattern, like a candlestick pattern. I want to see over here, order flow. I'm looking too long at this. If you want to buy, we can stay with 125 calls, okay? But if instead we break immediately, pre-market high, we start like pushing down and I start seeing a lower high, then my play is to reverse short bias with set risk and looking for an unwind all the way down, okay? I believe that this also going to depend a lot from the Qs and the SPY. So really watch the Qs and the SPY, or ES and Q if you're like used to trade option futures. But this is going to be the 2 plays that I'm looking on Nvidia this morning. All right. So breakout, consolidation long, liquidity trap. This is what we call the bull trap, liquidity trap, and pop and finish. So this has been a money maker for the market. So it's one of the setups where these are money maker setups. And they happen pretty fast out of the gate, so really pay attention to this. So we have Nvidia, AMD, NQ, Google as well. So we're gonna have a similar plan for Google as AMD. ACB, remember the high institutional, which also we had this morning, institutional pretty high on asset, KTTA and CPIX. I wanna double check over here the ACB. So let me see. If we had a modification of the institutional ownership actually is, sorry, this is our men, ACB, yeah, 30%. Yeah, as I said before, traders, the 8%, 9% short float, it's a standard, okay, if we can say like that. This will never be precise. We don't know how many shorts the previous day, you know, shorted this or whatever. So we have an idea. Let's see if we have something else. JCI, VGO. We had Marvel over here. ENPH, Disney. So Marvel over here, they had earnings. We've been trading this in the past, so during the earning plays. Shane watching Uber as well, okay. Disney and earnings, yeah. What I would do is, Shane and Dan, I would keep like, you know, these 4 stocks, like AMD and Google, more for like, you know, in case the market unwinds, these are possible very good like unwind plays. Nvidia, if you want to trade something out of the earnings, same as Tesla. SMCI is also moving, thank you buddy. And then I would keep Uber, Disney, you know, these one as secondary. So we have a lot of plays in the earnings. And for, as we said before, CPIX, we're looking over here, the VWAP, to collect more for a short, so 420. KTTA, as we said, would be like 360 pop and fill short. So I'm looking for this over here, pop and fill all the way down. Nvidia pushing. Okay, traders, about our announcement over here. So we are a few days away from the small account challenge, okay? So you can trade with small account, big account using Zintra or any single other broker. We wanted to make a challenge fair for everybody. So some traders will have on their brokers leverage, okay, margin. Some others no. Some have maybe 1K, some have maybe like 500K. This is a challenge to also, we say, for fun, to stay with the team, to trade together, and to show which setups you can use actually to build your account. So we've been doing this like for a long time. We've already shared like how we grew a small account with the Trade Zero, also with Zintra. We share like even 2 weeks ago how a trade in the room with broker statements, he passed from 1.5K, if I remember good, to 29K. Remember, he was like showing, of course, in this case using margin, but that was simply a sick performance. My cousin, how he brought with Trade Zero from 1.5K to almost 50K in about 5 months, even that with trader statements. So now we'll try to replicate, I mean, unless we blow up, but that is gonna be still a very good reason why to follow us and see which areas we can do and see how the strategy performs. About our strategy, the thing is that if you would follow simply blindly the strategy will make you make money over time. The point is that trading is not only about the strategy, trading is also about patience, discipline, risk management, not over risking, not over trading. So there are a lot of things involved when you actually trade, okay? So you can be in a moment in your life where you simply are more stressed, or simply you have like more pressure, or you simply like don't feel too much. So trading is really like something, I would say, mental and emotional. And that's the reason why the more you can rely on a systematic process, the less influence from emotion you will have. All right, so feel free over here to join. You can or simply join the challenge. Okay, yesterday Kimfo was setting up the accounts, and there was a little bit like of confusion because all accounts were linked under mine, so you could see losses and wins. But actually we didn't start the account challenge yet. It's gonna start from Monday the 10th. You can also follow us every single day. If you register over here, you will receive a link where we're gonna give a recap and show what we're doing, so you can learn actually the setup that we're trading. Okay, let's see also what the futures are doing. So Nvidia is having over here a pretty big extension. Nice run over here from this dip 119 and 50, now pushing to the 121 and 50. Yeah, all the China company or related China companies are down. You know, for the taxes, for example, states put on China importation of the states. SMCI. So over here gapping up. You can see that extension. above 30 right now. So this could be interesting if we get a VWAP dip, so too long on a VWAP, or if you scalp using a 90 minute on the 1 minute. I wouldn't really look for a short play unless a major fake out. What else we have? ACB. So after the fake out over here, falling a little bit. So back at the J lines over here. REBN. Yeah. So REBN. This morning, I could find over here some borrows. For example, I know that some brokers over here had short prohibited. For example, on Zimtra, we had bars on this. It was not liquid at all because the max peak over here gave only around 55, 56K volume. We had a good setup over here for a short 570. The volume is super weak right now. So unless we see bars of 100, 150K per minute volume, and unless I don't see this, I don't trade it. So, I'm sorry.
Anche CPX in volumi molto bassi ho visto.
Quale?
CPX.
Sì. Ma secondo me anche perché oggi ci sarà molta gente che farà gli earnings.
I propri volumi è hit al momento. Però ho visto che CPX è su dal secondo giorno.
Sì. Okay, team. So a little bit of questions over here. What are you gonna trade? So I know that a lot of traders will be with us this morning on AMD and Nvidia, which I believe are two of the most volatile, probably liquid stocks of today. I also will be watching at Tesla. I mean, we put every day Tesla over here on watch. KTTA is curling. So we have over here also KTTA on Bookmap. So I put over here Tesla, KTTA, CPIX, AMD, and ACB. And there we are, KTTA. Let's filter a little bit. So we're gonna put 5,000. Okay. KTTA on the paper is the high forecast fader of the day. So what does it mean? It means that on the paper, this has history of fading, history of being today a good short play. Right?
Yeah, very good.
You ready,
Scritto un attimo.
Mika?
Hit ha aumentato di prezzo. 4 adesso.
Sì, ci sta comunque. Ci sta, lo puoi prendere. So we're actually for, again, with a disclaimer, as you know, this is for education purpose only, but KTTA will be a stock that we're interested in trading this morning. Few of these stocks this morning small cap plan, so we don't really have a lot of tickers like, for example, we had 2-3 weeks ago, 1 month ago. It's earnings season, so generally when we have earnings season, traders will be more focused on earnings plays. Okay, so we're gonna keep that into account. I will love it here, traders, for a push into the 440, even 460 on KTTA. Okay, so that's gonna be what we're looking for. So,
Yeah.
be right back, guys. Few seconds, few minutes for a call. Okay, team, we have a new gapper in town. It's BBAI. We already traded this in the past. So the first thing I'm going to do is looking for daily levels, BBAI. Daily breakout, we have a major level of here resistance at around 670. So BBAI is a stock. We need to take the bars on this. What time? 7.
Quando vou andar, já vai de guarda, vou andar quando vou. Já vai ali.
So Nvidia is looking for a breakout over here, and Q is going higher. AMD over here bouncing. Tesla looks still weak. KTTA, as we said, we're going to use Bookmap in order to flow together with ideally the $4 or $4.40 for a short. BBAI, we have a daily level, as we said, around 675. Right now, it's already over here finding a double top when 100K sellers. You can see over here that 570. News over here is Department of Defense country to prototype near peer adversary geopolitical risk analysis for chief. So we have artificial intelligence, okay, AI. So we'll be looking traders for a push, a pop and fill short.
É só tomar.
Yeah. J Slim on 2 minutes. So our plan over here is to use this 570 is a risk entry. So if we have a push into this level, we're looking to short. If this extends instead, we're going to look for 660, 670, 680. We're not looking to take a long play on BBAI because we are actually far from the key levels where we want to long, okay? So I'm gonna write over here the plan, BBAI plan. So we're gonna look for 570 short or 670 short. And we're looking for no long here far from VWAP. I love these plays over here like BBAI. 2 minutes over here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Pass over here that will start fading right now. So we have over here a few minutes till the gate, 2 minutes to go. If we have a pop over here on BBAI, let's load the both. Questo qui vedi? Now let's go back. We have over here KTTA as well. AMD reversal, so back to the lows. Nvidia still pushing, Tesla sideways over here. Okay, so stay with the plan, traders. When you see the plan forming, execute.
Yep.
Uh, 40 seconds for the open. Ten seconds to the gate. Okay, open. Watching MD, if we pop in fill, is gonna be a good short. KTTA popping.
Sono già su BBAI, te lo dico.
Nvidia, good. You're short?
Sì,
Ok.
5,78 da prima.
Ok, benissimo.
Una su break even perché
Nvidia popping, traders. Over here, start watching at AMD if you break this low and then short on rejection. KTTA would like to see at 4. On BBI, let's see if we can get the 560 again. Okay, 560. Let's see over here, BBAI. Vediamo se c'è un J-Slam. 570, broke 570, 576, 580. Everything dipped from the VWAP and popped. So watch over here. AMD short play. AMD short play 107.45. Risk 10 cents. Needs to close below pre-market low. Nvidia wait, NQ wait, Tesla over under. CPIX pushing. KTTA, wait, and AMD working. Short on BBAI, 565, risking 575. 565, risking 575, BBAI short, okay?
Keep on that. L'hai shortato, ma...
Rischio 5,5. So, AMD now risk break even. BBAI, TP 520, 547. Nvidia wait, FFT over here, possible short on Nvidia. KTTA back to the J lines. Beautiful drop on KTTA. So BBI, I want to see the breakdown VWAP over here.
3 minutes.
Still risk over here, 575. Anybody over here, guys, with us on AMD and Nvidia? CPIX, wait for 460. A good long play from J lines if you took it.
BBAI dice già, no?
BBI, we have to risk 575, sì, molto probabile. Sorry, guys. Risk over here, guys, the VWAP, MD. So, risk over here, this level. Scratch. See, it's reversing over here. So break even now on BBAI. Still short on BBAI. Add to the position 570 full size. Load the boat. BBAI 570, risking 577. So we are having a low risk for a potential big unwind. CPX wait. Nvidia VWAP bounce wait. Oh, look at Tesla. Ha fatto perché il 2 aveva fatto questo bellissimo arrow. Has to break down anime.
Yeah.
It's still holding the BBI 1 minute 90 MA. So we need to crack that 1 minute 90 MA. 560. No covers, guys. Now we can put the risk scratch break even at 570. So at Tesla we get the VWAP. We are really short. Still 570, still 570, still 570. Out over here 570 on BBAI. We held 2 times the VWAP. ACB curl and push. So remember institutional, high volume. Sì, è venuto qui alla 90 MA and it came back up. Remember, use the risk, proper risk. So when I say cut break even, don't be stubborn. ACB, pre-market high, only if we have a J slim, we're gonna short it. ACB still pushing. So you can see that the dip over here from the daily line is perfect, really beautiful. So NQ is giving a long play from the J lines. ACB long play from the J lines. BBAI, we're waiting here. We're gonna look for the short setup, last one over here. So right now, we're looking for a short play coming at the 575, 580 stuff. So if we stop 575, 580, it's gonna be a short play. Let's see if it stops. Short, 572, full size. BBAI, we're looking to break the pre-market high. If it doesn't break, we have high of day stop. TP is gonna be 528. So we're looking for at least 4R return. Let's see. Tesla VWAP rejection and Q still long play. AMD over here giving a second short play. KTTA gap and crab playing. You can see the system over here, gap and crab. Good unwinds. CPIX. Nice rejection from 540. BBAI over here, you can see we have a 1 minute J slim, 3 minute J slim. We need to see the breakdown over here at this level, and risk over here is gonna be 584, okay? So we're short 572, risking the high of day. CPIX curl. Nvidia J lines. $560 on BBAI. So this is the third time that we're getting the VWAP. My suggestion is take 1/3 on the bid at 558. Okay. Tesla working on VWAP rejection. AMD working on J-line rejection. $558, take 1/3 out on BBAI. Sistema è quello lì. Vediamo. Start watching Trader CPIX for a short play between 470 and 490, okay? On Nvidia with a J-lines dip for a long play, we need to break the VWAP over here. CPIX team, watch over here. We had a fake over here, 480, very, very fast. Okay, so this came, push, liquidity trap, right away dump. That is actually your short. CPIX have a fake out on gap and extension play. Tesla reached the VWAP. Nvidia playing with Jalen curl. AMD risk VWAP. BBAI, our risk right now is 575. Hold short position. Tesla working, wanna see 380. Nvidia working, wanna see 123. Remember of the data today. CPX over here, second time to the pre-market high. Let's see if we have another fake out or this pushes. Remember we have the level 450 and then 550. We're now way too short. If you shorted before, risk break even, now we're waiting. BBAI, everybody's waiting for the wash over here.
Yeah.
Stalling below 5 CPIX, possible over here wash till 470. Some seller, there's the wash at 470. But you can see how fast it is, then right away it bounces back up. So it has to be super quick. Think we can dump over here a little bit more on CPIX. So if we stay below a 490, this can go back over here to the VWAP. Start watching over here, this 470. AMD trying, Tesla over here, risk break even, not working. And BBAI, put a stop, 575. Wanna see 440, 540. So we have Nvidia over here back to VWAP, holding over here BBAI, VWAP, you can see, out over here, 570, 572, house scratch. Tesla break even. And over here CPIX came down for about 10 cents and then back up. Wait for a trend line break on this one. No major faders. What the market is doing is holding the VWAP, it's holding the J lines. We can see over here in Nvidia holding the J lines. We can see over here in Q. We can see over here on CPIX, BBAI, VWAP instead. I like the fake out of the 5 sellers over here into the $495 on CPIX. So what I would like is a trendline break, lower high, and then short CPIX. Remember, almost 10 o'clock above the pre-market high. So CPX, wait, trend break, and lower high rejection. BBAI holding pre-market high, almost 10 a.m. Watch data soon. Tesla break even. Nvidia working. Now trail VWAP. NQ working for who's taking over here plays on the futures. So at this point, traders, look over here. CPX, wait for a trend line break. Okay? It's holding 90 MA, it's holding this trend line. Don't fight over here the trend. BBI instead can still like fail because we are at the key level of pre-market high. So let's go back on BBAI. Tesla wait, Nvidia hold, NQ hold. Patience this morning. Trend traders over here said pretty good. What a shady open for small caps. NQ back down to the 1 minute day lines. So over here, what happens? If we have like a big heat map, starts curling, that's another long play. AMD trying to break this trend line. So below this level, if NQ fails, we're gonna look for short plays on AMD. CPX, possible trendline break. Let's see over here, CPIX on Bookmap. So we had the resistance over here, 520. Guarda un minuto.
Yeah.
Short 518 right now on CPIX risking 520. 515 risking 520. Very tight risk. It can rip over here. Exactly that I meant. But it was worth over here taking the try. In this case, you can use market order. You will get a little bit of wiggle room, but still get stopped out. Look over here at the volume. So this is a red trade over here. So they made over here the trend line break and then they push it back up. Look, this volume now, stay away from it. We need to see a better trend line break like this. And halted over here. So CPIX 10 a.m. above pre-market high only on trend break and rejection. Avoid it for now. This was a good pre-market trade, was a decent one, but now gives us a stop on this long play. Tesla waiting breakdown. Nvidia waiting close below that support to short pops. NQ is a long play on J lines. BBAI traders, look over here, coming a trendline break. So ACB this morning we have a high institutional. We had over here a dip right away at the gate. This was with high volume. You can see the bars over here were above 1 million. Earnings plays. Okay, so this is earning. You can see over here again VWAP and J lines for the dip. So J lines more precise than the VWAP. You can actually look to buy these dips. And BBAI as well is not really fading, holding these dips. So let's check over here Google. Exactly, the support line that I'm saying over here on Nvidia is the VWAP. So we have a support play over here at previous day high. So this morning, once we faded, we had the long play over here because this was the this is a nice hammer. Actually, the 3 bars over here are forming a morning star. We had a daily level, previous day high, and also with the J line. So that becomes your long play. Didn't move a lot, so I was expecting a little bit more push. So that's the reason why I'm looking if we can hold this VWAP and push over here to the upside. There we go, Nvidia working. Be conservative over here, traders. So only follow the setups. What are the setups right now? So BBAI possible long if we have the VWAP or the J lines. Okay, fake washout and push. ACB same thing, VWAP or J lines for a long play. Tesla no play. NQ over here, remember 10 o'clock we have data. Okay, so that's the long play. NQ working. Should fool also in Nvidia. Nvidia breakout. NQ breakout over here. ACB, we have a volume divergence. So possible over here unwind to the VWAP. Still very choppy over here on AMD. Let's put up Nvidia. BBAI over here breakout as well. So you can see none of these is actually fading. ACB going to the VWAP over here. So in this case, you can see that's a short, okay? That's a liquidity trap, short play, 580, 582. Why? Look this, it happened even like earlier this morning, once we had this fake out over here and then it unwinded, okay? So you can see over here, fake out, that becomes your short play, and it's that backside of the move. Well done over here, Pete. So market is not easy today. Okay, it's not really easy. A lot of good long plays from VWAP and J lines, but for the faders is harder. The good one is CPX in pre-market, and the good one was KTTA in pre-market. So those are really worked good. The KTTA was actually the best. So ACB, again, VWAP over here. This is a long play. Tesla gave a J-line rejection breakdown. I didn't really like NQ traders. Became very choppy over here. No major plays. Nvidia still for the long play. MD chop, avoid. So what I like over here. This is for me a good short play. Okay, the risk 586. Right now I'm watching this. So we have, you can see here, a good volume divergence, right? So we can have this trend line break and unwind. We need to stay below over here, 585, 586.
CGC.
We don't have a huge heat map above over here. We had some support before. You can see at 550, they moved at 558. We have some heat map 590, 595, but this time you have to be very careful above the pre-market high after 10 o'clock. So this is the only setup that I'm looking over here. This fake out, and then volume divergence, breakdown of the trend line, and then looking for 550. Nvidia still up, AMD sideways, and Q over here sideways. Tesla, I missed this one because actually we went into a level of liquidity and JLA rejection, and this was a good play from this 286. Nice unwind. ACB, sorry, trendline break and fail. And now let's look at this BBAI.
Molto male. Sto recuperando qualcosa adesso, ma assolutamente un casino.
Ok, non sforzare, perché non ci sono dei trades buoni.
Ah, lo so, ho visto, mi sono intrippata proprio di brutto.
Sì, quel
L'unico che dovevo prendere che non ho preso è stato Kitta.
col CPX no, solo high of day e basta. Non tutti quelli così, quelli non li ho chiamati.
No, non so cosa. Testa.
Cos'è che stai guardando lì a sinistra su TradingView?
Cosa?
Su TradingView, su che grafico è quello?
Questo è che è GPX.
CPX, vai a vedere.
Mi auguro che scenda di brutto adesso.
CPIX. This is a nice one now.
Se avevate la divergenza disumana, secondo me. Quindi.
Team, or we break over here on BBAI, or this 585 is a stop, okay? Watching CPIX, trendline break. Yeah, finally had a trendline break over here. You see, guys, this was a major grinder. Let's put up 5 minutes. Yeah, major ground breakdown over here. Hai visto qui sul 30?
Yeah.
Molto lontano dalla 9 EMA.
Lì.
E anche qui sul 5, guarda.
Four.
Sul 5 è bello quel CPIX. Questo quella RAW.
Ah, ho visto infatti.
Quello mi
Infatti
piace.
mi auguro che uscendo un bel po' adesso. Che sono qui, quindi mi occupo un po'.
KTTA, guys, target is still 250, 260. So this we're gonna look for more unwind. Nvidia came back. Let's look at CPIX and BBAI. CPX VWAP. Looks like weak to break the VWAP. Let's see. $5 over here. We have VWAP. Possible breakdown. Let's see. They sold something to the 5. If we break the 5, the target is 460. Let's see.
Sto BBAI è stronzo comunque, cioè poi oggi era difficile, molto.
And that's BBI. No more trendline break. Even we had volume divergence, now it's breaking out. So very over here, difficult stock. Also daily level. Leave it, guys. Okay, so you showed over here 582. We said the risk 584, 585. That's it. No more plays over here on this one. We're gonna revisit later with a major trendline break. It's holding VWAP pretty good all morning. Tesla is going good. So for who took Tesla, look for these targets over here, 381, 382. That was a beautiful, for me, J Slam. You can see the short play, Okay, the system gives us short play over here, exactly 385 and 16, and now it's 381, 382s.
Quanto è quel gap di CPX?
Può scendere,
Molto? Cioè almeno spero per la 4, 4, 5.
può scendere qui, è sotto la VWAP.
4, 10, no?
Beautiful work by Chris.
Chi è quello?
I see Wilkins.
E poi...
So short over here, 460 covering to the 4 on CPIX. So that's already that was the pre-market, okay guys.
Ah,
So he short on the extension, and he covered this, and then he re-short over here and took a break even. So around 510, that was the moment that we had that resistance. And then he re-short over here, I believe around 6, I think the 620, 617. So right at the top, and now it's holding over here the play. Beautiful. Great work on the execution. This was, I believe, the toughest stock that we had today with BBAI.
poi che ne sale? CPX.
What is still now the price action over here on CPIX. BBAI instead rocket. I'm gonna check over here a few levels on CPIX.
Non c'è niente di qualcosa che lo possa bloccare nel scendere.
Sai, questo pre-market high è 4,86,
Ah,
deve rompere quello lì.
BBI, che sia la volta buona.
Some rejection of CPIX. And you can see the mega support over here of the pre-market high.
Quando hai detto 4?
4,85.
Quindi forse dovrei chiudere a 4,85?
No, se rompe va giù molto. Però vediamo adesso cosa fa.
Ma guarda anche BBI per me sta iniziando a tentennare.
Nvidia guys, possible long play. So watching 121 and 80 per long. Yeah, Tibor, look over here. We had a beautiful J Slim, right? This is good. This is good to trade, bro. 578. Heat map was there. BBI was perfect. But then it came over here. You can see again to the VWAP and held. And then retried over here. Remember, and stopped over here. The long play on this for me is all this VWAP. So yes, short play was good. This one. This didn't work. This worked. And the long play over here, simply we need to hold it. Yeah.
BBI sta andando a sbattere contro BBI, scusa, GPX contro la prima Ken High.
eBay drop.
No, sto BBI aveva qualcosa di particolare che sale così.
No, adesso ci guardiamo, però non mi sembrava. So watching again over here, BBI pushing new high 625. So BBI, we have a float 100 million, short float 35%. So 35% short float, guys, what does it mean? It means that this thing can simply rip, okay? So remember, BBI, high volume. The float is fine, 100 million, it's a big float, but it's 1 billion company. It's not your usual small cap, remember. But the thing over here, we have 35% short float. Okay, it's like if you say, I go to drive my new car, two-wheel drive, on the ice. Okay, you have the same exact thing.
So
Quindi dagli stats no, non era da fare, perché è un billion company, non è uno small cap. E anche 35 prendi short float.
Ah,
È come quelli di GameStop che possono spingere a un sacco. Non l'avevo visto perché è arrivato alle 9 e un quarto questo, ti ricordi che era subito lì. CPX invece è bello, ma soprattutto quello che hai fatto qui, quell'euro è bellissimo questo.
sì.
Questo è
No,
bello.
infatti quando ho visto quello ho detto ok, forse ci siamo. Ok.
PLCE.
Adesso devo tenere tutto questo. Per forza.
Let's see, Ogen,
Dai, fammi sto favore. Fammi andare in pari.
ASST,
Cos'è che c'è di nuovo?
ASST holding over here and pushing. Our nets over here, nice J Slim. Ed è l'SSR.
Oh.
Our nets ha avuto la freccia con un minuto stupenda. Guarda che roba.
Ah,
Con l'error qui.
sì.
Well done, Jay. Well done, Scott. So you guys made a little bit of money. Good. Well done, team. So CPX over here, back to the J lines. If you're short, cover here half the position, half the position, see. Even because it can still bounce back up after, or we can bounce VWAP and then unwind. So over here we have to see how the price reacts. Okay, so let's review a few things over here. First of all, Nvidia giving long plays this morning, J lines, VWAP, and again J lines over here. NQ, first J line over here, play. AMD, I was expecting a little bit more unwind. This was difficult today. So we had a first major short play. You see over here the J Slim. This is a beautiful short play, but it didn't really pay much. A few cents, and then over here was break even. Nothing over here. Tesla, a good short play first, and then another short play over here, which I missed this. ACB, VWAP and J lines long. CPIX over here, trendline break and short. All right, team. So hope you enjoyed. Remember, for who's committed long term, we have a special discount for the yearly. Reach out at team@JTraderco. Next week is going to start a small account challenge. I'm going to be back in the trading room in about a few minutes, and good luck for your trading. Thank you.